Alrighty, let's try this again, guys, without any technical difficulties. That was a fun time on the first go-round. That's what happens when you don't cover weather for like 2 weeks straight and nothing happens. We're here. It's crazy, I know. Alright, let's get back into what we were talking about before my overlay and everything else decided to just go crazy. We've got severe weather to this afternoon, guys, expected here. We've already got severe thunderstorm watches out. It's a low to medium chance for severe weather today. We've got 3 different areas that we are currently watching out for. That first area is going to be off the coast here of North Carolina and Virginia once again for the chance for a couple of brief tornadoes this afternoon. Very, very weak, very low end chance for tornadoes today with that low spinning. We'll talk about what that looks like here in just a moment. We've also got a marginal risk back up here into the plains. You guys can't see exactly what I'm talking about because once again, there we go. East Coast, once again, tornado risk there on the first circle that I circled, marginal risk up here into portions of Minnesota and UP, Michigan, and then our main severe weather risk for this afternoon here, very small, slight risk. You're like, why are we covering this today? That's because we have one, I have nothing else better to do, and two, we have a tornado risk today, and that tornado risk is actually at a 2%. This is just east of Denver, Colorado, going up here into northwest Kansas. We've also got this going into western and central Nebraska. Wind threat is at 15 and 5%, so wind's very possible, could be 60 to 70 miles per hour. And then we do have that hail threat that could be hatched later on this afternoon. The Storm Prediction Center also issuing that severe thunderstorm watch a few moments ago. Once this decides to load, we can actually talk about this. Maybe. Let's get that watch pulled up. There it is. This is out till 10 p.m. Central Time. So we got about 6-hour window here for the chance for some severe weather today. This is going to be mostly for Nebraska. This is really the only watch I think is going to come out. Kansas, this includes just the northwestern side here, just east of Goodland, and then we've got down here into western and southwestern portions of Nebraska. So if you guys are in these areas here, definitely have the chance for severe wind today, severe hail, very low end chance of a tornado. It's always possible with the low-level jet that we'll have in place, so not expecting anything too crazy today, but you never know. We had something crazy on Saturday happen. We had our first tornado outbreak in quite some time on Saturday happen, so yeah, the boundary that's in place today is actually insane, and we can go ahead and take a look here at what those storms look like here this afternoon. I'll get to the low pressure on the East Coast here in just a moment. We do have, wow, holy crud, talk about an outflow boundary. It looks like this thing is already going linear as we are watching right now. Jesus, that's an outflow boundary. Holy crud. I don't think I've seen an outflow boundary that's got yellow and red in it in quite some time. Let me see if I can find a traffic camera so we can see, because that thing is going to have a hell of a shelf cloud on it. Let me get to this here with you guys here. Give me just 1 second. Let me get that pulled back up there. Oh, wow. That is just really impressive. I'm not gonna lie, that's really impressive. We do have a severe thunderstorm warning up here just south of Valentine, Nebraska here with golf ball size hail. These outflow boundaries can produce some pretty significant wind gusts themselves. Not seeing anything tornadic as of right now, so that is also some good news. We do have that severe thunderstorm warning down here as well towards McCook. Roro, I know you just joined in here. That is a hell of an outflow boundary. Like I said, we've got like yellow and red in that outflow boundary. Typically, it's like a light green line, not a reddish yellowish line. Like, that's a very impressive outflow boundary. Oh my goodness. All right, let me see if I can find where this is at here. Give me just a moment, guys, so we can get a visual on this. This is impressive. Very, very impressive. Most of the cameras in Nebraska are going to suck anyways, but we're going to just see what happens here. Yeah, very impressive. Very, very. So this is coming towards Thedford. Where's Thedford at? Where is that at? There it is. Well, maybe. Maybe. Where's Thedford at? I just had it on the map a second ago. I am trying to find a camera with an outflow boundary on it. Oh, my Atlanta. There it is. Let's see if we can get some images. Nope, all the cameras are literally pointing at the ground. That's frustrating. Oh, it's gonna look impressive as hell. Oh, absolutely, 100%. All of the cameras are literally pointing at the ground. Gosh, darn it. Man, that sucks. Why does Nebraska have to do that like us? That's crazy. Why does Nebraska have to do it like us, like that? I'm just like looking at every single camera possible right now just to see if we can get anything. Excuse me. All right, gonna give up. It's just not gonna happen. Anyways, beautiful outflow boundary here. This is gonna help get that damaging wind gust going. Possibly a couple tornadoes this afternoon. We'll see. It looks like mostly too. This severe weather risk is gonna take a little bit of time. Very, very small risk today. Once again, outside that slight risk, I have a chance for some wind and some hail. Not seeing too much of anything too crazy right now. A couple severe thunderstorm warnings outside the risk zone today for general thunderstorms. Maybe some wind and some hail out there. Waterloo's got a warning. Mason City's got a warning. I'm not expecting, like I said, anything super crazy. 60 on DBZ. Oh yeah, absolutely. It's ridiculous. Hello, Justin. Good to see you guys coming in here, by the way. Hope you guys are doing well. We'll talk tropics here in just a few minutes, kind of while we cover this. Like I said, I'm not expecting a significant day for severe weather. I really just wanted to get on here, talk to you guys, cover some things. I'm not looking at anything tornadic as of right now, which is always good. Just mostly damaging winds. It's not good to see damaging winds either, but still, we're gonna have to watch this. All right, let me turn that back off. There we go. Alrighty. All right, so while we're talking about this, I do want to head over here to the tropics, or I guess the subtropics, whatever you want to call it over here. We do have a little tiny marginal risk for this low pressure system that's quote unquote making a landfall this afternoon here. The center of circulation is actually right here, and you guys can see this looks like a tropical depression or a tropical storm, but it's not. And the reason why it is I explained why yesterday, is due to a lot of dry air, and we actually just got, now that we're looking at it, our first severe thunderstorm warning here on this thing, which is interesting as well. So upper level low to subtropical low spinning here off the east coast. This will be moving inland. Chance at an isolated tornado. I just don't think we're going to get anything out of this now, just given the amount of rain that's out here. Taking a look at velocity here, I don't see anything spinning. I don't see any water spouts. Maybe a little bit of circulation over here on that marine warning, but mostly going to be some wind out there with the gusts that are going to be out there today with this. So Cape Charles, Eastville, Exmoor, you guys are in that severe thunderstorm warning here for 60-mile-per-hour winds. We're gonna be watching this for you guys. Like I said, just not gonna see too much impressive out of this. Most of this is gonna be heavy rainfall for you guys, so that's something we're gonna be watching here very closely. Still, though, I think we can actually look at those MRMS values and see what we've gotten rainfall wise for the last little bit of time. Yeah, we're definitely picking up rain here. Virginia Beach has seen anywhere from 3 to 5 inches of rainfall today, which makes sense. Just about 4 inches, 4.5 inches off the coast here, about 3 inches at Virginia Beach. So you guys are definitely picking up some solid amounts of rain, which is good. We need the rain. Not too much of it, but just enough. Where is this headed? Technically north / inland. We can play the radar loop out here and you guys can see what we're going to be doing with this. This had a chance at becoming a tropical system, like actually getting a name. It just didn't do it. National Hurricane Center didn't even have an outlook on it. This is going to move inland. It's going to kind of sit here. It's going to fizzle out. By tomorrow morning, we're still going to have this broad upper level low spinning. It's really, if you're basically here in Virginia, North Carolina, the northern portions, anybody in this area here, it's going to be a pretty cloudy week. And that's going to be because this low is going to basically be hanging around town for a good couple of days. Some drizzly days. It's going to basically feel like a gross, croggy, fall-like day. More like week, I guess is the word I'll use. So something to kind of make note of there. Yeah, like I said, just we'll watch it. We'll see what happens. We'll talk about the tropics here in just a minute. But yeah, we're gonna watch this and see if anything else pops up out of that. I'll come back over here to our severe weather risk for this afternoon. Will it be stormy? I would say so. Yeah, same. I was just seeing that about 60 to 70 mile per hour winds on that severe thunderstorm warning, so it doesn't shock me. But once again, guys, this is not something you see every day. A beautiful, beautiful outflow boundary. I mean, we've got DBZ pushing 60 inside of this is just crazy to me. Inside of this outer outflow boundary here, which is just insane. Very, very impressive outflow boundary. This is producing a hell of a shelf cloud right now, and we can't see it because the cameras in Nebraska suck. So welcome to Nebraska, where you can't see anything unless you're a storm chaser. We do still have that severe thunderstorm warning up here near Valentine. This has a considerable hail tag on it. Could potentially see some rotation maybe on this storm here in the future. It doesn't look too impressive right now. Once again, heading northeast towards Valentine, Nebraska. If you're in that, get ready for some hail, some wind, but nothing tornadic as of right now. I mean, it looks like a little baby supercell's kind of embedded in there. So if this thing were to take on a little bit stronger inflow, we may see this thing wrap up and produce a tornado. But once again, not seeing anything too crazy out of that right now. Yeah, bro, that's what I was saying. That's why that marine warning is out over there. So definitely we'll be watching that. Today's not a really impressive severe weather day, guys. I'm going to tell you guys right now, this will probably be our only big time severe weather day for much of this week. Now, next week, we start to enter fall severe weather season officially. And the reason I say that is, we'll talk about why in a minute, actually. We'll do a whole global pattern breakdown here in just a few minutes. If you guys also don't know, we are officially basically in a weak La Nina pattern, which is going to favor severe weather in the Ohio Valley and the Southeast as we go into fall and winter. And it's also going to favor tropical development as we go into October in the Gulf. So I know the hurricane season this year has been very boring, other than Hurricane Aaron and a couple little storms at the beginning of the season. This is going to go down as one of the most quietest hurricane seasons since 1939. It's the only other record in terms of no storms between the periods of August 18th and September 15th. So very impressive streak that we're on right now of no landfalling hurricanes this year, which is just wild to me. That can change, and it probably will change, and I hate saying that. We typically always get one storm that makes a landfall, whether it's at the beginning of the season or the end of the season, but we are just shattering records in good ways. So for the first time, I think all year, this is the first time I think this has come out of my mouth, we're shattering records that are good, not bad. So that's exciting. We love that. We love to shatter records that are not good. I will talk to you guys right now. We'll go ahead and talk tropics here. I'll give you guys an update on what we're going to be seeing with the tropics. I'll go ahead and pull this over. We'll come back to severe weather here in just a few moments. Let me get the screen switched back over. If you guys are new to the stream, do hit that follow button. I appreciate it as well. If you are also watching over on my YT channel, I appreciate you guys as well. Hope you guys are doing well over there. I've also, guys, got my weather team in here. They are answering questions, keeping y'all updated in chat. I have a whole team in here, so they are awesome, and I appreciate them. So make sure y'all listen to them in the chat, because there are 158 of you guys and one of me. So that is why they are here, is to do that amazing job. Good news talking about the tropics, though. Let me get this screen pulled up so you guys can see what we're looking at. Let me move this back over. Alrighty. This is Invest 92L. This is the wave, a tropical wave that we've been talking about over the last couple days. This is what is going to become Tropical Storm Gabrielle in about 2 or 3 days, probably 3 days now, with given what we're seeing. Excuse me, this is a very large area of circulation / convection. We actually measured it this morning. This tropical wave from south to north basically extends about 1,000 miles. It is a massive ball of convection. The problem with it right now is it is undergoing what's called dry air inclusion and shear. This thing is basically just encountering a lot of crap right now. The problem is it's going to strengthen and become better organized as we go into Thursday and Friday of this week. So right now, this doesn't look super impressive. Welcome to the tropics. You can actually see this is the satellite imagery here before the sun is setting over the Eastern Atlantic Basin right now, but you can see what it looks like on upper level clouds there. I'll actually switch over here so you guys can see the better side of it. It looks like crap. It looks legitimately like garbage. I'll pull this up so you guys can see a little bit better there. There we go. It looks like garbage. Not very impressive right now. I expect this storm to become more impressive as we go through Thursday and Friday here. This is eventually more than likely going to become our next hurricane of the season, our second hurricane of the season. Crazy that we are in September and we've only had one, but this will more than likely become our second hurricane. It's got a lot of work to do, and it's got a lot of things to battle to work its way further north here. And this should start to shift on a northwest path as we start to see convection, shift to the northwest. Now, the problem may be here. Right now, we're not expecting the system to head toward the United States. It's going to get close like Aaron did. It's probably going to take a very similar path to Aaron. I will mention European ensembles are very much in agreement on this system recurving well before Bermuda. GFS ensembles, not so much. And some of the GFS ensembles bring it a little closer. So depending on how long this thing takes to organize will depend on the future track. I want you guys to always remember this, okay? During a pattern like we are having this year, anytime we get a tropical wave off the coast of Africa, the longer it takes to strengthen or to become a organized storm, the longer it's going to go further west. The stronger this gets quicker, the faster it strengthens, the better chance it has of getting pulled farther north a lot sooner. We saw that with Aaron. Aaron, you know, took a little bit longer to get itself together, became a major hurricane, became a Cat 5 hurricane. And the reason why it got closer to the United States was because, one, we had a bunch of steering mechanisms that were kind of just hovering off the East Coast, kind of keeping it stalled out. And then we also had the re-intensification phases ongoing and allowing it to basically fall apart and then re-strengthen and then fall apart and expand in size. Aaron was a whole different situation. We're not going to have to deal with that type of a situation with this wave, but there are some supports that we could see this thing become a little bit more concerned. And we do have a new tornado warning on this storm here in McCook, so we're going to pull this up.
A new tornado warning has been issued.
Okay, so this is going to be for McCook, Nebraska. Not Kansas, Nebraska. And this is actually a pretty impressive looking storm. So we'll come back to the tropics here in just a moment. Let me get this upholders up. Alrighty, there we go. Sorry guys, I was switching back over there. All right, tornado warning here for McCook, Nebraska. If you were in Nebraska here, you need to be seeking your safe place, please, please, please. This is a radar indicated tornado warning, is not on the ground. There is also tennis ball size hail with this as well. So please, 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 please seek shelter if you guys are in this warning. That is going to be down at the bottom of your screen with those counties. So once again, radar indicated tornado warning. This is our first warning of the day. There is that isolated chance for tornadoes, and I believe actually, yeah, this is where our tornado risk is at. I had to make sure on that real quick. Alrighty. So I'll answer other questions, guys, once this warning decides to expire. We'll go ahead and take a look here at velocity and see what we're looking at. Yeah, it's actually got some pretty decent rotation on it as well. That is your rotation. If you were in McCook, Nebraska, heading on Highway 83 northeast, you need to be in your safe spot. That is from McCook all the way up through 83. So Indianola and Bartley, Nebraska, you guys are just outside of that warning. I'd still be taking myself in my safe place here if I were you. We'll get that new scan here coming through here in just a moment. Yep, still looking pretty impressive here, and it actually may be observed almost. We'll have to wait and see if this gets observed tag on it. Chronocroft's on that storm. Yeah, I was going to say, I know there's going to be a storm chaser on here, so we should get that observed tag here if that were to be the case here in just a few minutes. Hello, Redbird, by the way, good to see you. I see you over on YouTube. Hope you're doing well. So once again, guys, if you're joining in stream here, we've got our first tornado warning of the afternoon here for McCook, Nebraska. So if you were in McCook, Nebraska, you need to be seeking shelter immediately here. This is going to be heading north, so a little bit of a different path here. And honestly, too, we'll have to see how these storms to the northwest play out, because this one here to the south also looks a little bit impressive as well. Let me take a look at this one. Yeah, it's starting to get some rotation south of Selden, so we'll have to keep an update with that. So it looks like we're going to have supercells moving north off the boundary, and what's going to be really interesting to watch is if this outflow boundary up here in front of this line of storms in North Platte can hold together and we get this supercell to move north, it might actually latch onto that outflow boundary and we'll have some issues going further, and we don't want that. So, alrighty. Make sure you guys are in your safe place, please, please, please. How do you know it's rotational? So what we typically look for on radar for rotation is going to be green and red correlations together. So green is going to be your outflow in this case because it's away from the radar, south of the radar. Red is going to be inflow. So what we typically want to see is a couplet. Not every time you have a couplet does that mean there's a tornado, but in this situation, you want to make sure you, one, have a storm that looks like it's potentially going to produce a tornado that's based off of reflectivity. Second, you look at velocity, and then three, you check correlation and you see if there's a debris signature. Right now, it's very hard to tell because of the way the radar is positioned. So we can't really see that right now, but I would say that this potentially could be. There are storm chasers that are out there chasing this today, so we're gonna have to wait and see if this goes observed or not, but it wouldn't shock me if it did, given the way this storm looks. It's not very, very healthy quite yet. It has a very, very nice structure for hail, though. We are getting tennis ball size hail inside this tornado warning, though. So once again, make sure your cars are covered up. Out in front of this here, we'll have Maywood, Curtis, and Stockville, Nebraska. So if you're in those three towns or cities to the north of this warning here, you definitely need to be watching because this will be heading that direction next. So this is our only current tornado warning that we have right now. This is out for the next 32 minutes. Velocity is a trigger. Yeah, velocity is, it's not super, super hard to get, but radar is a little sometimes complicated to understand. It can be. My job is to hopefully teach that to you guys as time goes on. So Once again, if you are new to the stream, do hit that follow button. I do appreciate you guys very well. We are also live on YT. If you guys want to head over there and watch full screen wise, you can. We are also live on there as well. So I do appreciate you guys very, very much for hopping in here. We're going to be doing coverage for most of the afternoon tonight. And then we're going to be talking tropics. We got lots of stuff to talk about, guys. We've got a very, very interesting severe weather pattern setup going into next week that may bring our biggest shots for severe weather in quite some time across areas that haven't seen it yet, including the Ohio Valley, the plains, the southern plains, maybe even looking at a couple tropical systems heading our direction as we go towards October. Just a lot of stuff to talk about in the weather world. It's going to be a very, very, very busy end of this month and next month. So I expect to be on here pretty much every single day going forward. Yes, if you guys don't know, TikTok did an update yesterday. We now have, instead of subscriptions on TikTok, they are now what's called super fans. So it is basically the same thing, except they changed it to where it is only a one price like subscription, meaning if you're already subscribed and you've been subscribed to me on here for the last couple of months, and you're paying under $9.99 a month, because I have like different plans that were set up because that's how it let me do it. If you were basically paying that $4.99 a month plan and you're subscribed to me, you'll keep that for the next 3 months. And then once December 15th gets here, you're going to have to start paying $9.99 a month. There's nothing I can do about it. It's TikTok basically saying, hey, we're going to make it more expensive for people to sub to you, which I can't stand. There's nothing I can do about it, but I do appreciate you guys that do sub. If you would like to become a super fan, you will get access. And this is something I'm rolling out. If you watched my video yesterday, I talked about it as well. If you do become a super fan, it's $9.99 a month to do that. You will get access to private personal weather forecast, meaning if you message me or you want a weekly forecast from me, I will make one for your personal location. Or if you need one on the day of, I got you. Just make sure you message me ahead of time, because I'm always super busy, you know, making updates and stuff. So that'll be, if you subscribe or if you become a super fan, you do get access to that new perk now. So that is on there. So I do appreciate you guys very much. And you get that little cool badge beside you, which is freaking awesome as well. So I do appreciate you guys. Getting back here to our tornado warning, once again, McCook, Nebraska. If you are in McCook, Nebraska, you need to be seeking shelter. This is a radar indicated tornado warning for western Red Willow County. So I do advise that you guys be in your safe places here. There's also some gigantic hail here with that storm as well. You can see that hail core basically sitting right over top of McCook. I'll go ahead and actually let me look at MRMS here on this and see what we're getting hail-wise. Let's see here, about 1.5 inches. So we should be seeing, unless it's guessing it's a hail report, because sometimes MRMS doesn't do too good with these type of storms. Did something happen? Hello, Claire. Good to see you guys. Thank you also for all the love and all the gifts. I really do appreciate it very, very much. Thank you. Thank you. You guys are awesome. Did she buy one? I didn't see it. It didn't come across. Did she do it? Yay! I love that, Claire. Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you. It doesn't alert me when you do it, which is weird. It should have done that. I appreciate it very, very much. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. You guys are awesome. Hello, guys. If you are coming into stream, I appreciate it. Yeah, Connor sees a funnel. Yeah, it doesn't shock me. The storm looks very impressive. We're just kind of waiting on those updates to come in here, so I appreciate you guys very, very much. Oh, Connor's live on TikTok too, which is kind of funny. I can't show Storm Chaser streams, guys, because I don't have contracts with them. So one of these days, eventually, we'll have a contracted Storm Chaser chasing for us, but that'll be in the future. So, heck yeah, Redbird, that's freaking awesome, dude. I'm proud of you. That's awesome. So once again, guys, we have about 28 minutes left on this tour warning here. This is moving northeast here. Pretty tight circulation here, as we are seeing just south of McCook. So once again, if you're in McCook, you got to be in your safe place, guys. This is potentially going to be maybe an observed tornado here, not too far out. I was just seeing very marginal severe weather today, very isolated. Hello, KT. So once again, McCook, Nebraska here. I keep wanting to say Kansas, but it's Nebraska. You guys are in that tornado warning. Also a flash flood warning on top of that, because this storm is basically not moving. Yeah, lots of clutter here. So this is either clean air or this may be a tornado. We may actually have a potential tornado here very, very soon. Very interesting looking storm. Ooh. let me see if I can get another update here. What's the black? That is hail. The black is hail. That's your hail core. You got different areas in the storm that could produce some hail. Yeah, it looks like the models are spitting out these storms moving very, very slow today. So heavy rainfall may be an issue as we go towards the end of the afternoon here. A little bit concerning with the hail, or not with the hail, but the flooding potential. Alrighty, let's see here. Yeah, like I said, that's just hail. The black is hail. Also the pink. We are now up to baseball size hail at 2.75 inches. They just upgraded that warning to 2.75. So we're almost looking at apple size hail right now falling here in McCook. That's very destructive hail for you guys that do not know that. Very destructive hail. Then you can even see those updrafts here. Definitely cranking. Yeah, very, very large hail. We've also got golf ball size hail as well up here near Imperial and Grant. The severe thunderstorm warning up here still for damaging winds. Maybe a little bit of rotation up here along north of Highway 80 or Interstate 80. And then we're still looking at this outflow boundary that's cooking up here as well. So overall today, guys, like I said, not expecting anything super, super crazy, but definitely a couple tornadoes will be possible with any of these storms that stay semi-discrete or discrete. So we're just going to be really watching the storm. Like I said, it's just not moving. It is literally not moving, which is an issue. We are going to see flooding. And eventually with these storms not moving, this also can allow for these storms to basically collapse. So we don't have a lot of shear out there today with this system to kind of help move these storms. So they're going to be stuck along that boundary, and that's going to either basically help these storms explode and then either produce a tornado, large hail, or damaging winds for a little bit of time, and then it's going to collapse on itself because it's not moving. So storms like to be moving so that way that rain-cooled air doesn't collapse the whole entire thunderstorm top. No, this is not a derecho. Nowhere near that. How populated are these areas? We can take a look. I believe McCook's pretty decently populated. Let me see here. Oh, that's not it. Nope, that's not it either. Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. Oh, come on. It's not this update. I'm still not used to this update yet. Yeah, McCook's got about 7,000 people, 8,000 people. It's very populated. So they're just getting dumped with hail right now. Not good. Yeah, just because the storm's not moving, guys, a derecho is a whole different situation. If we were getting a derecho today, I would be preaching that, but that's not the scenario for today. Allie, it's potentially producing a tornado. We're kind of waiting to see if it's going to or not, but it's potentially we've already got a report of a funnel cloud on the storm. Trying to see if I'm going to get sent to this storm for work. Oh, heck yeah. Well, not heck yeah, but that's interesting. That's exciting, tough. So once again, guys, if you're coming into stream, this is a tornado warning for McCook, Nebraska. Make sure you guys are in your safe place if you're in this warning. I am trying to find a camera on this. Yeah, there's no cameras that work on this storm. God, they need to like add some cameras to Nebraska because this is old. We get all the impressive storms out here and then we can never see them because there's never any cameras that work. It's annoying. Thank you, babe, for that. I appreciate that. Yeah, it's very possible. There could be a tornado on the ground here. It may also be sort of semi-rain wrap too. This is very, very impressive rotation. Once again, if you guys got any family, loved ones, friends that are in McCook, Perry, Red Willow, Nebraska, please let them know to be in their safe places. That is the most important. I thought I deleted this. Hold on a second. Hold on, guys. 1 second. Why? Today, just like technology is just awful. It's just not working today. Nothing is working today, I feel like. Nope, that's not what I wanted to do. All right, y'all. Like I said, this storm is moving very, very slow. There we go. I got it fixed. Okay. Thank you guys for the follows. I do appreciate it very much. Once again, we are looking at baseball size hail and a possible tornado here just outside of McCook. Now up to large apple size hail. So this has now got hail 3 inches in diameter. They just upgraded the warning box again. This is a very, very destructive hailstorm on top of a tornado potentially. Yep. Apple size hail now, 3-inch diameter, guys. That's huge hail falling. Like, and it's just literally sitting right on top of McCook. That's a population of about 7,000 people. So there's large apples falling out of the sky at about 100 miles per hour, raining down on people's cars. That's crazy. Hey, you guys got to be inside, away from windows. You gotta be in your safe place. This is a nasty storm. Yeah, this is just ridiculous. I mean, MRMS can barely even pick it up because it's so big. Sounds good, Egg. I said it's just not moving. Hello, Danny. Hello, hello, guys. If you're coming into the stream, welcome, welcome in. I appreciate you guys very much for hopping in here today. It's our only tornadic storm as of right now. Yeah, CC is just a mess because of all the hail that's falling out of this storm. So it's like I said, it's just not moving. We'll probably get a new warning here in just a few minutes. It's just stalling out. It's what concerns me with these storms because they don't move. Alrighty. For anybody that's on my weather team, I'm going to put something in the chat for you guys to see real quick. I thought this was interesting. Let me move back down to the storm so you guys can see it again. Okay. I'll share with you guys on stream here in a few minutes when we talk about the tropics again. Okay. Alrighty, y'alls. Once again, flash flooding occurring here in McCook on top of 3-inch diameter hail and possibly a tornado. A lot going on right now. We still have got these other storms that are also working their way east-northeast. I really think flooding is going to increase significantly across this area. I don't like what we're seeing. These storms are literally barely moving. Like, they are barely moving. And then you got this outflow boundary up here that's just cranking east. It's a little bit concerning. So I don't like to see this stuff. It's not good. Once again, if you guys are joining in stream, do hit that follow button or sub to me on YT. I appreciate it very, very, very much. We got almost 400 people in here. You guys are awesome. Appreciate y'all for hopping in here. And we'll do a tropics overlay, just talk about everything in general later on after we get through this severe weather today, because apparently it just doesn't want me to not pay attention to it, so. No, South Dakota mostly, southeast South Dakota, you'll see some storms tonight. We're mostly going to keep these storms in a very slow-moving fashion across that slight risk today. There could be some sporadic, isolated, damaging winds tonight across Nebraska, maybe getting into Iowa. By the time we get closer to like 10, 11 o'clock tonight, most of the severe weather is going to be done and out of here. It's just between now and 10 p.m. tonight. Just in that slight risk slash marginal risk we're watching for all the areas here. Starting to see some more impressive hail pop up here in Imperial. Yep, not a problem. Go back and look at that velocity. Actually, I'm going to look at the echo tops on this thing. All right, got echo tops pushing about 55,000 feet. So pretty healthy looking storm. Clearly, this is almost at 60,000 feet. So this is definitely cranking out. I think this storm is eventually going to collapse here in a few minutes once these other storms kind of start to mingle around it. Yeah, Connor's out here chasing. I'm pretty sure that would be him that's out there chasing. So that's Connor Croft is out there. I think Lincoln, Nebraska will be okay. Not super concerned about you guys. Is he punching? Yeah, it doesn't shock me. His car is going to get destroyed in this storm. Oh my goodness. Got 13 minutes left on this warning. We need better radar sites out here, genuinely. Mostly looking like a hailstorm. It looked more of a tornadic storm a few minutes ago. About 13 minutes left on this. It's not even severe warned, so we'll probably get a destructive severe thunderstorm warning here soon. Forecast for North Platte. You guys got storms approaching you right now. 60-mile-per-hour winds and some half-dollar size hail heading your way right now. So that'll be there within the next hour and a half. Also got these severe thunderstorm warnings to the south here. Yeah, it may be recycling, bro. Yeah, maybe recycling. We'll see if we get a new warning here in just a moment. This is insane, dude. That's 72, 73 dBz. That's incredible. Wow. Very impressive. Very impressive. Recycling is when a storm basically, the rotation falls apart and then the storm kind of expands in size, and then re-strengthens, and it'll pull another. It'll typically produce another tornado, or at least attempt to. No PDS right now. That could be issued here in a few moments. Depends on if they go Tor or severe thunderstorm warning with this. Yeah, we've been watching the one up in near south of Valentine as well here, right on that outflow boundary. The storm had, yeah, it's definitely rotating, that's for sure too. If you're just southwest of Valentine, Nebraska here as well, be heads up here, some pretty strong circulation trying to develop just west of 83 and 20. So this will be heading kind of east-northeast of the warning box. So this would hopefully stay away from Valentine out here in the open field, but we'll see how it plays out here in a few minutes. We'll keep updated on that one. Very small area today. You can see on the new velocity scan too, a lot stronger winds feeding into the storm, allowing for that inflow to be a little bit stronger. And then we've got those outflow once again here right over top of McCook. So if there's a tornado, it's going to be literally legitimately right outside of McCook. Gosh, I can't stop yawning. Every time I get on stream, all I do is yawn. All right. We are getting some sporadic severe thunderstorm warnings in other areas that are not seeing severe weather, and that's typical. When you get heating of the day, sometimes you can get a couple random severe thunderstorm warnings out there for some wind or some hail, but not anything crazy happening. So it's always good, though. Get a nice, refreshing downpour. This is going to be heading northeast. Very, very, like, it's not even moving. It's pretty much stationary. Yeah, it's moving northeast at 5 miles per hour. It's literally stationary. Like, it's not moving. That's an issue. We don't like to see that. It's not moving and it's intensifying. So we are just getting absolutely ridiculous flooding conditions on top of hail and on top of potentially a tornado in McCook. And there's a population of about 7,000 to 8,000 people in this town. So, yeah, McCook, Nebraska. Yep. I mean, that hail core is just like stalled out right over top of you guys. And velocity is showing that potential Tor just south. We probably will get a new Tor warning given the rotation that we're seeing. So I would expect a new warning just shifted a little bit further to the east here. More than likely Indianola and Bartley will get put in that new warning. That's if it moves. Yeah, Double T, make sure you're paying attention, bud. I know you are, just make sure you are, though. Dolly, that is just general thunderstorms for you. You're in a general thunderstorm forecast. Yeah, Tennessee's just got general thunderstorms today. We'll see what they do with this warning here in a moment. Definitely intensifying. I mean, we may have a tornado just outside of McCook here in a few minutes with the way that this is looking. I don't like to see this. We'll go correlation. Yeah, there's so much hail inside the storm. It's just throwing off CC right now. You can barely even see what's going on inside it. Definitely recycle, yep. Thank you guys for the follows. I do appreciate it. Bruh, good to see you. Thank you for the heart me. As always, I appreciate you. Amy, thank you guys for the follows. I appreciate it. With the donuts, thank you as well. I appreciate it. Does not shock me at all, babe. Does not shock me at all. Yeah, he's probably doing that too on purpose. I don't know. He's going to destroy his whole car, which is typical of Connor. We love Connor, though. Some people just like to chase hailstorms. It's how it is. Yeah, he probably goes through about a couple windshields a week almost, given given the rate that he chases up. Thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. So once again, we should be getting a brand new tornado warning here in the exact same area because the storm is not moving. And my concern is this is just kind of hanging out just outside of McCook here, a population of 7,000 people. And it looks to be that rotation is getting more intense each run that comes through. We'll see here. Got 6 minutes left on this warning, so we should be getting a new one. Very interesting. Well, yeah, so I would say there's about 7 to 10K people that live in McCook. I don't know the exact population. Yeah, it doesn't surprise me that his live cut out. It doesn't surprise me at all. Connor's been through some crazy stuff, though, so he's been chasing for a long time. I promise if you guys ever have weather questions or want to learn anything weather-wise, I'm the person to teach you. I got you guys. Come here if you're ever concerned about the weather. Yeah, Freddy's windshield also, yeah, that's very true as well. His windshield is toast. Yeah, I know he was live on TikTok. Is his stream gone? I'm surprised they're letting him stream on TikTok, too. I've been seeing a lot of the chasers getting back on there. But, yeah, it doesn't surprise me, though. Yeah, I was gonna say, he was live on my thing here a few minutes ago. Now it's gone. Darn it. All right, should be getting a new warning here, guys, in just a moment. I'm very, very concerned about the flooding. I do not like what I'm seeing with these, with this storm just not moving. It's not good at all for the people here. Not good. Teresa, thank you for the heart me. I appreciate it. Also, Love Dolly, thank you for the music. I appreciate it. Yeah, I saw that too, Tough, but it might be because of how graphic it was getting with all the stuff happening in the storm. I don't know. I'm not TikTok. I don't know. Yeah, they need to get a new warning on this. All right, well, we're just waiting on that new warning to come in. Three minutes. Literally not moving. It's just not moving. Yeah, so anybody that's saying there's a tropical storm on the East Coast is not smart and doesn't know what they're talking about. It is not a tropical storm. It is literally just an upper level low. It did not get tropical characteristics, and it had the potential to, and it never did. But anybody that is posting saying the East Coast is getting hit by a tropical storm is a liar and doesn't know what they're talking about. So do not buy those videos. It is a subtropical storm, not tropical. It took on way too much dry air and way too much shear to become tropical. It looks like it's a tropical storm, but it's not. Yep. Want to clarify that because I've seen a couple of those videos as well today, and I've seen a couple of people ask. We always get people that try to post videos that say, oh, there's a hurricane hitting the East Coast right now when it's literally not. Like, it's crazy stuff. All right, where's my new warning? There it is. Oh.
A new PDS severe thunderstorm warning has been issued.
So we now have 3.5-inch hail, I believe is what that says. 3-inch hail. Sorry, we have 3-inch hail. So they took the Tor warning off, made it Tor POS, 3-inch hail and 60-mile-per-hour winds. So nothing changed other than it's still rotating, it's still producing large hail, and it's still producing wind. And they have the, wow, they have the severe thunderstorm warning out for an hour and 1 minute because it's literally not moving. Okay, they say it's moving 15 miles per hour now, but I don't buy that. They'll probably end up issuing another tornado warning on top of it. So we knew that was coming. So once again, McCook, you got another hour of this, if not longer than that. Yeah, Connor's window is gone. It is supposed to be moving northeast. It is... just look at the rotation. I mean, like, it's not moving at all. Like, it's almost pretty much stationary at this point. We're losing that hail core. Maybe recycling, we'll see. A little bit of a stronger area of rotation here. So, I mean, if there is a tornado with this storm, it's literally right here. It's just outside of McCook. Not saying there is one because we don't have that confirmation, but it's just outside there. But this is a PDF severe thunderstorm warning, so this is a destructive warning, guys. So make sure you're taking this seriously, as you should be. This is just not moving. It's an issue. We don't like that. Alrighty. Alright, it's 4:30. We got new GFS model coming in. That will be interesting to see. Okie dokie. I don't know why they would cancel the Tor warning. I'm not NWS. I don't know the answer to that. I don't like it. I think it's not smart sometimes, but once again, I'm not them. Our other storms are pretty much just existing. This is really the only storm that's very impressive down here, and that's the one that's in McCook, Nebraska. So it's just, like I said, it's just not moving. No correlation, just hail. That's mostly hail there in McCook. Some stronger rotation with this storm still as well. Wind is changing direction, correct on that too, Ro. So, when do you ever get a stationary, like, destructive warning that just sits there? It actually happens. It's happened a lot this year, surprisingly. What's up, 605? The thing is all over the place. It's like it was moving north, east, and it looks like it's kind of just sitting here. I mean, you can see the spin on it, on the reflectivity. It's definitely spinning, that's for sure. Very impressive looking. Very, very... We're gonna fix it. There we go. Very impressive storm. Be very interesting to see what the National Hurricane Center does on their update tonight. We'll get that update in about 2 hours. Big tornado. No, there's no tornado on the ground right now. Rotation is pretty strong here just outside of McCook. So it kind of looks like it's moving northwest now. If Freddy's Windows bat doesn't shock me, I'm pretty sure I'll see it all over social media later. Alrighty. Once again, still very strong rotation here. We still have that PDS severe thunderstorm warning, guys. Very strong rotation here outside of McCook, Nebraska. Hail up to 3 inches in diameter, and we've got the flash flooding threat ongoing with this as well. What's up, Yashui? I need to do an ASMR video. That'd be crazy. They need to get a new tornado warning on this. Why we don't have one is actually crazy to me. And we've got that considerable flooding threat now, so I wouldn't be shocked to see a flash flood emergency issued in the not too distant future if this storm keeps up. Let me look at that rainfall rate in the last hour. This is insane, guys. 2 inches of rain per hour right now with this storm. We've had 2.5 inches of rain almost in 1 hour. That is absolutely ridiculous. That's more rain than I've seen here in our backyard in over the last 4 months. So that's not good. We don't like to see that. These rainfall totals are starting to get a little bit concerning. McCook may be underwater, not literally, but with significant rainfall here in the not too distant future if this keeps going. It's just not moving. What I will notice, though, is it does look like the storm may be starting to collapse here. We're starting to see those darker colors move away. Still has some pretty decent rotation on it. But it may be getting ready to eat its own updraft up. Yeah, it's going to collapse. So as I mentioned to you guys earlier, when we get storms that do what we're seeing right now that produce significant severe weather or tornado or whatever, if they're not moving over a longer period of time, they'll start to break down because healthy storms want to continue moving. That way their updraft is basically turned, so that way the rain-cooled air doesn't collapse it and suppress the thunderstorm and basically make it fall apart. We're starting to see this thunderstorm fall apart due to it not moving. So it's basically raining itself out and it's going to collapse at some point. We're just going to have to wait and see what happens with it, but it looks to be that it's going to fall apart here pretty soon. It's just when you don't get a lot of shear in the atmosphere, it's not going to move these storms. It's a very interesting to process to watch. So it's like basically like I'm gonna draw something here on the right side of the screen. Imagine you've got your big old bubbly thunderstorm, right? This looks awful, but your updraft, you've got your rain that's falling out here. Just imagine this is rain. The air is a rain. You've got your updraft that's spinning up here and helping this thing rotate. If that rain shaft is not tilted and we start to get rain in the updraft, that's going to collapse the updraft, basically suppress the storm, and we're going to see this storm, like I said, collapse on itself. If this storm were moving, the updraft would be able to maintain itself at a directional angle, or at a diagonal angle, and then it would be able to continue to either produce a tornado or move on. That's probably why we haven't seen this storm produce a tornado physically on the ground yet, because of the fact that it's not moving. So that's sometimes a good thing to see with these storms. What's not good is the rain. So... but we are seeing this storm. We should see this hail downgrade here very soon. We should see this downgrade to a maybe 2.5 inch hailstorm warning here very soon. Yeah, I agree. It could be still a tornado warning. Absolutely, 100%. Absolutely. Excuse me, and you can see it just kind of sitting there. All right, there it is. I just called that. They just downgraded it to 2-inch hail. So that's what I was just talking about here a minute ago. We just went from 3-inch hail to 2-inch hail because this storm is falling apart and collapsing. Still has a little bit of rotation on it, but there is, it's falling apart. We'll see if it can start to move east and re-intensify, but right now, with the way it's sitting, it's going to more than likely fall apart. Very interesting how these storms move and don't move and work in the environments that they're in. Outside of this one warning, guys, we don't got a lot else going on other than some heavy rainfall. I think mostly today is going to be heavy rainfall. Most of these storms up here in the slight risk are just not that organized. We got some 60-mile-per-hour winds, but I'm not seeing anything super impressive other than the storm that's here in McCook. So it's always a good sight to see. What model do I use? I use every single model that exists. Yeah, the storms are just stationary, correct. Very impressive storm. Alrighty. We're going to start to get that new GFS model in. I'm going to start to look at that and diagnose that as we cover here. Be interesting to see what the 18Z does today. All right, still got 2-inch hail on this warning, though. Yeah, I did see it, Teresa. I did see it. Y'all need rain in Texas? You might get it next week. We're going to talk about all that here in just a little bit. We have a very interesting pattern coming next week. Very interesting pattern. The windshield looked pretty bad. Yeah, it doesn't shock me. Let's take a look here at velocity again. Still spinning. It's moving slowly to the north. Very slowly. All right. Once again, guys, thank you for all the taps. We're at 10K likes. I really appreciate it. Thank you for all the gifts. If anybody is interested in supporting me, you can become a super fan on the bottom left of your screen where I think it has a little icon. It will let you do that. If you are interested in doing that, you do get personalized weather forecast weekly from Mesomat. Meaning I'll basically make a video or a graphic, whichever one you prefer, to kind of give you like a 7-day forecast on what you're going to get for your area. So if you are interested in that, become a super fan. Super cool, literally. And you get a bunch of other stuff with it as well, which is exciting. That is one way to support me if you guys are interested. One second, I'm looking at something here. Ah. Alrighty. Yeah, the Northeast, you guys have that subtropical system over there that's allowing for the damaging winds up to 60. You'll have the chance for some isolated tornadoes this afternoon, and we'll have the threat for that flooding over there. Absolutely, not a problem. This is what we do. We do weather coverage for people. What's up, Lady Lucy? I appreciate all of you guys in here very, very much. We're just watching a storm that's not moving. We'll take a look at tropics and global patterns and all that here in just a little bit once things get updated. Very interested to see the 18Z update today. See if we get any new trends. The 18Z is always a wild model run, just because it produces some wild scenarios sometimes. Absolutely downpour in Omaha. You guys are getting the rain, though, which is good, at least, which is what you need. What's up, Patrick? Nebraska is showing out today, which is expected. Is expected. Mostly these other storms today are just not doing anything crazy. A couple storms over here in Iowa right now. Got a random storm over here in Tennessee. Got a random storm down there in Texas. Let me just take a look here at our low spinning. And this is where a lot of people are thinking this is a tropical storm, and it's not. It's a subtropical storm. It's going to have that low, that eye kind of characteristic there, is this is actually getting ready to move ashore here very, very soon. But this is not a full closed area of circulation, so it's not a tropical storm. So thank you, Michael, for the gifts. I appreciate it. But it does look like a tropical system, but it's not. I mean, technically it is, but it's subtropical. Lots of different definitions on things. So some pretty strong winds up here near Cape Charles as well, where we've got flash flooding ongoing. Just taking a look at that. Ooh, I think we had some rain in Florida today too. Yeah, a couple thunderstorms down in Florida today as well. I don't see today being a big severe weather day, other than with the storm that we've got down here. Okay. Ohio is going to be boring until probably next week. Is this heading to Omaha? No, most of these storms will die out. Omaha, you're in a very low wind risk for tonight. Damaging winds and hail, no tornado risk for you guys. It's pretty much less than 0. So if anything happens, it's going to be later, closer to the overnight hours tonight when you guys get storms. We do have one little severe thunderstorm warning up here near Miami, Oklahoma. This is up here near Commerce in Quapaw, I guess is how I pronounce that. Wind and hail on that warning there. Other than that, not too much else going on.
A new MCD has been issued for this location.
Oh. We got a new mesoscale discussion. Thank you for the follows, guys. I appreciate it. Thank you. Is that you? Oh, Ashley. If that's your version of his voice, that's an interesting thought process there. Oh, heck yeah. I'm pretty good. I'm getting better at Oklahoma's cities and towns, so. Will South Dakota get storms? Possibly next week. We're going to do a big breakdown on that global pattern next week because it looks very intriguing. It looks like severe weather is going to come right back as we go into the end of the month here. So we got lots of things to watch. We're going to be busy, guys. Also watching this little storm down here south of McCook over towards Oberlin. Other than that, it looks to be that our storm here in McCook maybe starting to like move its way out. So do 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 do. Mm-hmm. Got about 41 minutes on that tour pass warning. Jesus, the rotation on this thing is very impressive still, too. Definitely cranking. No CC, though. All right, guys, I'm going to go run to the bathroom real quick. I will be right back. Hey, guys, I'm back. Sorry. Had to use the bathroom. Okie dokie. So, once again, we still have 2-inch diameter hail, Torpos tag, and 60-mile-per-hour winds here for McCook, Nebraska. The storm is, once again, just still not moving. So, that's expected. Here, I'm actually going to move my chat over to this side of the stream. Zoom all the way over here. And put you guys over here so I don't have to keep turning my neck. There's Rochelle laughing. There we go. Anything from Minneapolis, Minnesota? No, not anything anytime soon. Yeah, you guys aren't expected to see any severe weather today. I'm really still shocked there's not a tour warning on this. Very interesting. That is true too, Ashley. Yeah, it's still sitting over McCook. It's pretty much almost stationary. It's moving slightly northeast at about 15 miles per hour, but it's looks almost stationary. So make sure you guys are still in your safe places if you're in this warning, especially with the hail that we have. It's not producing a tornado right now, but it's still a dangerous storm. We're doing some coverage today, and then we're going to talk tropics here in just a little bit. We'll talk about our global pattern and what we're going to see here as well as we go to the rest of the month. Just kind of wait for these storms to hopefully die down here soon. Still got the chance for severe weather for the next 4 or 5 hours, so. Interesting GFS run coming in. Casey, thank you for the 19 roses. I appreciate it. Thank you guys for all the love. All right. All right, the mesoscale discussion was for watch unlikely. Thank you, Casey. I appreciate you. Thank you, thank you. Thank you also, Ray, for the follow. If you guys do want to support me, the best way to do that is becoming a super fan. That is the newest thing that TikTok has added as of yesterday. That will also help me. What I get from that goes towards my college funding for my classes. If you guys don't know, I am officially in a meteorology school. I've got about 2 years left before I'm done with school, and I'll be a full degreed Met, which is super exciting. So all of that goes towards my schooling, which is much appreciated if you guys do, in fact, help towards that. What are we looking at? We're looking at a severe thunderstorm warning here in McCook, Nebraska, with some hail. Had 3-inch diameter hail on it a little bit ago. Almost produced a tornado, but didn't quite yet. And now it's on a weakening phase. So always good to see that. Yeah, school's going to be a grind once I go back in January. So you guys will only see me when we're doing big time coverage for stuff. It won't be for everything. That way I can get school finished. But just think once I'm done with school, we'll be on here every single day, all day long. Not like we're basically doing now almost. Should be pretty cool. Anything happening in North Carolina as of right now? No. Other than the little gusty winds with that low over here spinning, not too much. You got those flash flood warnings, marine warnings in place over here. Let's actually take a look at the velocity on this. Not seeing a lot of water spouts out there today either, which is always a good sign with these lows. Sometimes these lows can spin up a couple tornadoes. Haven't seen that yet today. But one random severe thunderstorm warning in Tennessee. Got one warning over here in Cheyenne. So Texas is good. No severe weather in Texas today. Finally got that severe thunderstorm warning heading towards North Platte. Got 60-mile-per-hour winds, maybe a little bit less than that, about 50 to 55, and then we'll have the chance for some 1-inch hail with this storm as well. Sadly wish there was. Yeah, you guys need the rain down there. Hello, Nicole. Good to see you. Interesting trend with the GFS. With the 18Z, I should say. I'm looking at trends behind the scenes. Yeah, we're going to do a Tropics update here in just a little bit. Rain has reached 5 inches. Let me take a look. No, it's not heading towards Missouri. I mean, Missouri's got a chance for some low and severe weather tonight, but it's be very, very late, early tomorrow morning. Wind and hail possibly for you guys. Yeah, I'd say rain is definitely up there. Almost 34 inches of rain just with this storm so far. You guys in McCook are definitely getting it. You guys have had the only warning today. We really don't got a lot going on, guys. Other than that one in McCook and then a couple of warnings outside of that, it's a pretty chill day. Give me something in Ohio. Maybe next week, we'll see. Very possible next week. We may have an upper level pattern coming through that'll help set things up. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day today. It's a beautiful Tuesday outside, unless you're getting these storms. Yeah, I would say it's definitely a pretty day for a lot of people today. That outflow boundary is still cranking. New severe thunderstorm warning for Valentine Wood Lake, headed towards Springview. So this will be heading up towards South Dakota next. Oh, that's exciting, Nicole. Heck yeah. Yep, I'm in sweet old Western Kentucky. Heck freaking yeah. Well, hope you have safe travels. That's gonna be a lot of fun. Looking at some updates. Hello, Kenna. Ooh, we got our new tropical weather outlook today. Yeah, very wicked weather. Interesting. Any rain for Kansas, Topeka, Kansas? If so, what time? Topeka, let me look here at the radar again. Topeka, if you guys get anything, which probably will at some point. I'm losing my mind. Where's Topeka? Oh, yeah. Topeka, you might get some general thunderstorms later on tonight, like after midnight. But I'm not expecting anything too crazy for you guys. You're outside the severe weather risk for today. Yeah, our new global tropics hazard is out for into the first week of October. This looks pretty boring, honestly. There's a chance for development for a couple systems. Interesting. This is that global outlooks hazard. So basically what this is telling us is there's a chance for tropical cyclone development. So this is for next week. This is week 2, September 24th through September 30th. Got a chance for maybe a tropical system down here in the Gulf. That's what we're going to be watching. We've been talking about that. And then this is what we're going to be watching this week is the tropical waves. Most of our tropical waves are going to go out to sea. The pattern is going to be very favorable for that. It's not a slam dunk, but most of the guidance is suggesting an out to sea curve with both Invest 92L and the wave after that. And then we go into October, and this is a little interesting because we talk about this a lot going into October is maybe another system coming off the MDR here, but this is what we really want to watch, is down here near the Caribbean and down towards the CAG, the Central American Gyro, the Gulf, where we see these lows sometimes spit up, and this is where Milton came from last year and Helene came from last year, so that's where things are really going to start to transition to as we go into the month of October. Like I said, next week may have something in the Gulf, may not. I'm not too concerned about anything coming our direction next week. It'd be about October 1st, October 7th time frame is where we'll have to see what happens. Yeah, Nicole, that's what it looks to be. Things can change. Right now, I'm just looking at the new GFS model that's coming in, and yeah, this is the new GFS run, and it's got potential Gabrielle by Sunday, well out here, and it's more than likely going to recurve. And then there's our second wave behind it. This is our new GFS run coming in right now. Not seeing anything down here. These waves more than likely will go out to sea. It's a very, very weak Bermuda high, and when you have a weak Bermuda high, it typically allows for these storms to mostly curl out to sea, even when there's a little bit of a ridging in place. So I'm not really worried about anything coming our direction right now. It would be towards the month of October, and shoot, if we don't get anything in October, which would be crazy, we may have no hurricane, or we may have a hurricane season with no landfalls, which would be very, very impressive. Very impressive. I would be shocked to see that. Mm-hmm. Pull the chat back up here so I can see you guys. We'll look at that global pattern here in just a little bit as well. All right. And I appreciate y'all for hanging out and watching the stream today. How are things? Pretty chill. A couple severe thunderstorm warnings out there with some wind and some hail. Not anything too crazy. Sounds good, Nicole. I appreciate you. Whoa, why are we spamming, y'all? You think the peak fall you can see is going to feel any of it? I think so. Eventually, at some point, you guys will. When that happens, I don't know. Oh, man. What's up, National Wiffle Ball? Yeah, so once again, guys, the main theme for tonight, most of the severe weather will start to die down as we get closer to like 9-10 p.m. Still got a chance for a couple tornado warnings out here in the slight risk, but as we get closer towards like 7-8 p.m., 9 p.m. tonight, most of these will be storms with wind and some hail in this area tonight. So very isolated, not expecting any craziness, not expecting any outbreaks or anything. Just need to be mindful. This outflow boundary is definitely producing some gusty winds. Severe thunderstorm warning with 60-mile-per-hour winds in Ainsworth and Valentine, one down here in North Platte, but not seeing a lot, so it's always good to see. Surprised I haven't done any mesoscale discussion yet on this watch. All right. Once again, guys, I appreciate all the likes, all the gifts, my weather team in here today. I appreciate you guys. We'll probably wrap up stream here in just a little bit since there's not a lot of craziness going on. Today had the potential to do some interesting things, but I just don't think I think we got a lot of over convection today. So just going to wait for a couple more of these runs to come in. We'll kind of talk tropics for a few minutes and then we'll go from there. Omaha, Nebraska has a chance at some small hail and some wind later on tonight. Ooh. Should we got a new severe thunderstorm warning? Oh my gosh. We got a troll in here, guys. Love the trolls. Thank you, mods. We got little kids in here today. All right, so the storm is now moving east, so we're back up to tennis ball size hail now out of this severe thunderstorm warning. So it looks like it's now intensifying as it moves east. Still got some pretty decent rotation on it. This is going to be for Indianola and McCook once again. Yeah, rotation is intensifying a little bit on this. So this is once again heading towards Red Willow and Indianola. Little area of spin here. Technically, it'll stay south of these towns, which will be good. Hopefully that's the case. I'm tired, guys. I don't know why. Oh my goodness. The 18C has our trough a lot stronger next week. Kearney, North Nebraska is looking pretty good. You'll see some storms here in just a little bit. Yeah, it's finally moving east, Meg. Yeah, it's 2.5 inch to 3 inch diameter hail again on the storm. It's a very impressive storm, though. It's been an impressive storm for a while. Brandon and Ernie, again, thank you guys for the gifts. I appreciate y'all. Yeah, the GFS model has the second wave behind Invest 92L pretty much dying off after now, which wouldn't be surprising given the stability that'll be in place after 92L moves through. A lot of things just changing with these forecasts, which is crazy. It's been such a weird hurricane season year. Mm. All right, so 2.5 inch hail in the storm. What is she doing? Did you type all that stuff in the chat, Tough? Hi, Jackie. Good to see you. Oh, there are no new emojis. Oh. Interesting. Would think that I would know that, but I don't. Just shocking. Hello, Breaking Halo. Yeah, I was looking at that a few minutes ago, bro. It's looking very intriguing next week. Yeah, I know you guys know Ohio definitely do need rain, that's for sure as well. Yeah, this pattern looks very, very interesting next week with this trough. Gabrielle will go out to sea more than likely. That's what the ensembles are showing. Hello, Anna. Yeah, this jet stream next week is ridiculous. Stupid bug.
A new MCV has been issued for this location.
Not Minnesota. A null MCD has been issued for this location. That's what it sounds like. It's what it's always going to sound like. You know, guys, for my weather team in here, I thought about doing a movie night tonight with you guys. Not gonna lie. I don't know. I'll have to look and see. Wait, what movie? Oh, this mesoscale discussion is embarrassing to Minnesota people. It sucks the way it looks. You know what, Rochelle? You would comment on that. You would comment on that after being silenced for the last, like, 30 minutes. You would comment on that. Nah, you're not included in the movie. You can watch your own movie. Be on your own. You don't even want to watch movies with me. You yelled at me. You yell at me all the time. I don't want to anyways. Hi, my name's Roro. My name's Roro. You know what? I'm gonna go on vacation. You know what, Rochelle? Actually, you're about to go on vacation away from me anyways. You get a whole break. Hmm. There's not a problem, bro. I never said there was a problem. Oh. What in the heck is a haboob? Oh, haboob's basically a wall of dust. Those sandstorms you see out over in the plains or in the Four Corners, the desert. Do we want to do a weather movie tonight, or do we want to do a non-weather movie tonight? Because I've got options. I've got options. I would say a weather movie makes sense, but... All right, let me take a looky here. What we got on Amazon? What are the options? We're going to look through those right now. I've got you guys on here. Oh, now List Lizard's in here. You know what, Rochelle? You're a terrible option. Bruh. You know what, Rochelle? You are a terrible, terrible option.
Emotional damage.
We could watch that, Mars, but the problem is the CGI in those movies are so bad. It's so cringy. I mean, we could. Now watch, if I said we were going to watch the movie Wicked, Rochelle would watch it. Exactly, yeah, exactly. Let's see if we got any new movies that came out. Excuse me. Da-doo-ba-doo. Yeah, literally, bro. Let's see here. But I'm working on that. I'm scrolling through here on stuff that would be interesting that you guys might like. Hmm.
A new MCD has been issued for this location.
A new MCD has been issued for this location. Hmm. Hmm. For my weather team, what movies weather related have you guys not seen? That's my first question. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to figure out. What we've seen and what we've not seen. We've done a couple movie nights. There's really not a lot of... Oh, they added the new movie Weapons on here. I was wanting to see that in theaters. I think Stephanie and a couple of you guys have already seen it, though. We could do a horror movie tonight. Heck yeah, Shay, I love to hear that. I was gonna say, we've watched Witcher so many times. Oh, man. Okay, fine, Mars. We won't do that. That's fine. That's fine. We won't do that. What's up, Egg? You would want to watch that, Ro. Hmm. Is that a tropical low? It is a subtropical low. Oh, that's exciting, Egg. Alrighty, guys. I made a decision. Oh, yeah, I say I game a lot, too, in my free time. I play way too much COD and way too much Fortnite. There y'all go. It's in Discord. Uh, it's for our weather. I have a Discord if you want to hop in it. I'm talking about the one for our team. Well, guys, we really don't got a lot going on. Other than this one little storm here in McCook. So we're probably going to wrap up stream here soon. Let's see here. Damn, this outflow boundary is still cranking. The only time, Ro. What's going on with weather in Virginia Beach? It seems like it's just a subtropical low that's taking on tropical characteristics, meaning you're getting some gusty winds. You're getting the chance for an isolated tornado. It's mostly just heavy rain and wind is what you guys are getting up there. It acts like a tropical storm, but it's not. Hello, Carissa. Well, guys, I'm actually going to be wrapping up stream here in just a few minutes. We don't got too much going on. I'm actually going to wait for the updates to come in for this evening for the tropics because there's really not too much to talk about other than for my video this morning. Both of our systems are going to go out to sea, more than likely as hurricanes or tropical storms. As we go into next week, we're still going to watch them and track them. We will have more than likely the return for severe weather later. Carissa, we're probably not going to have one tonight. We'll just see. We're going to be doing a movie night tonight. I don't know if you saw the Discord or not. We're going to be doing a movie night tonight. But I'll have an update out for you guys tonight if anything changes. If we get anything, tomorrow I'll have a fresh video out for you guys as well. We probably won't have any live stream coverage on anything until probably the end of the week, maybe toward the weekend here. So it'll be another week of just kind of sitting and kind of waiting for things to percolate, see what happens as we go into the end of September here, maybe going into October, and we'll kind of go from there. So I do appreciate my leads, my mods, my care team, my safety team, my radar team, and Rochelle for hopping in stream and helping out today, guys. Thank you. I will see y'all at some point tomorrow. Other than that, thank you all for the likes, the gifts, the taps, the super fans. I appreciate y'all. And we will see you guys back in here again tomorrow.